What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. So we're going to crack on with this transfer update. We've got some contract news. I want to speak about Rodri now. Simon Mullock has said that Rodri is Manchester City's priority when it comes to a new contract. Manchester City want to make Rodri one of the highest paid players at the club. They're looking at a base salary of £375,000 a week, which is a massive amount. It would make him one of the highest paid players at Manchester City. It is believed that City are also working on trying to get Erling Haaland onto a new deal at the club, but right now priority for Manchester City and new deals is Rodri and keeping him at Manchester City, which I certainly think is the way forward. So hopefully we can get that done and dusted sooner rather than later. Now moving on to the outs, Mohamadou Susoho, got an update on him. He's already joined Peterborough on loan for the season, but he's returned back to Manchester City from said loan. What a massive shame. So he's picked up a serious knee injury. It's believed that he's going to be out for around 3 to 4 months, as confirmed by Peterborough manager Darren Ferguson, and Manchester City want him to have his recovery time at Manchester City rather than Peterborough. So Manchester City have recalled him. Now you may be wondering, why have we chosen to recall him and not just bring him back to City to complete his recovery and then head back to Peterborough? Because Peterborough have confirmed that they do want to sign Mohamadou Susoho in January on loan from Manchester City, as long as all is fine. But I think City are just exercising on the air of caution here and want to see how he is recovering rather than putting pressure on him to return back to Peterborough on loan, because a serious knee injury, 3 to 4 months, that's the recovery time. But it may be a case where he's needed an operation on his knee, pins and stuff might need to be put in. He's going to have to go through different types of physiotherapy. He's also runs the risk of potentially agitating and picking up that knee injury once more. So I think City will only send him back to go and play competitive Football League action with Peterborough when they are ready, and rather than it be 3-4 months down the line, so you're looking at November, December time, Man City, I think, just giving themselves an extra month or two here and seeing how things go into January, where Peterborough do want to bring him back. They've already confirmed that through Darren Ferguson, but also they'll get first dibs on him because they were meant to sign him this summer and obviously not had that playing time that he was looking for due to this injury, which I think is a massive shame. So a speedy recovery there to Mohamadou Susoho. Now moving on to the ins, a couple of very interesting stories. First of them, Eberechi Eze. Now Ekrum Konur in Turkey has said that Manchester City are seriously contemplating making a move for Eze before transfer deadline day. He says there's a £60 million release clause. There isn't a release clause per se. He said it's more of a gentleman agreement. That's the price that Crystal Palace are looking for. It's an affordable price, a more realistic price than putting 70-80 million pounds. You knock that down by 10-20 million pounds. Eze can't accuse the club there of trying to price him out of a move. If clubs want to make that move, they can. Crystal Palace won't negotiate on that price. They will just refer, like a release clause, any club that comes in for Eze to £60 million. £60 million, you declare your interest in Eze, the bid comes in, Crystal Palace will accept that, but it's not written in his contract, but is a gentleman's agreement between all parties involved, which, very interesting coming in from Ekrum Konur. I will add that he isn't the most reliable source in the world. However, what he is reporting kind of does make sense, so I can believe that what is being reported here potentially is true in terms of the release clause. Whether City are going to make a move or not remains to be seen. It has already been confirmed through Jack Gorhan that Man City are really struggling when it comes to signing midfielders and adding quality into central midfield. That Man City potentially aren't going to do any business when it comes to midfielders. So it may be a case where City choose to add an attacker, and if that's the case, do you go for an Erling Haaland backup or do you go go for a more versatile option and you choose to go for Eze. The clock is ticking, less than 2 weeks left of transfer deadline day. Man City do have a decision to make, and Bobby Manzi has said that Eze's £60 million release clause expired on Friday at 5 p.m. BST, and any deal now will have to be negotiated. So conflicting reports coming in. I firmly believe that £60 million will be enough to sign Eberechi Eze if Manchester City do choose to make a move. So, with Jack Gorhan then confirming that City don't want to go for central midfielders because they've just not found the right player, I'm going to presume that Bruno G's just too expensive and isn't forcing that move from Newcastle. Joshua Kimmich, there's concern over his wage. There's no real other alternatives out there up until around 24 hours ago, and I'd love your thoughts on this because several sources at Barcelona have been reporting that former Manchester City man and club captain Ilkay Gundogan is no longer needed at Barcelona. Barcelona want to sell and he wants to leave the club. Now, Barcelona want to free up some money in terms of incomings and wage. They basically want rid of Ilkay Gundogan. So I imagine that Man City, with us looking for a central midfielder, will be getting linked with Gundogan. The case always comes out of never go back, never go back. But in this instance, such a quality player like Ilkay Gundogan, Silky Ilky, would you love him back at Manchester City? Because if there is no other options there, I always felt like Man City's midfield was always weaker without Ilkay Gundogan in the team. And if you're looking for a player that can do the number 6, number 8, that's worked with Pep Guardiola, that's got Premier League experience, I imagine we'd be able to make it affordable. Gundogan didn't really want to leave Man City. It was always down to the length of the contract. That if City do want to rectify that, they could well go in for Ilkay Gundogan. Now, I'm not saying that they are going to go in for him. In fact, I'd say it's highly unlikely. Man City will plan for the future, not looking back in the past. But at the moment, beggars can't be choosers. There's got to be something that Man City are looking for in terms of that squad depth. We haven't really got that depth, and you want to be looking for players that improve your starting 11. Well, we haven't improved our starting 11 since Ilkay Gundogan left, and bringing Ilkay Gundogan back in provides competitive competition with Mateo Kovacic. Kovacic is also pretty injury prone, so you've got a player who can provide competition rotation with him, can also complement and supplement Rodri as well in the team. To me, it 100% would make sense. Ilkay Gundogan likes Manchester City. His wife loved being in Manchester, and I imagine the correct words being said to Ilkay Gundogan, a deal could be done. Some have suggested, oh, give him a 12-month contract. He'll probably want longer than that. He'd be looking for 2 years, but he's like fine wine. He's absolute quality. It didn't make sense that we let him go and we didn't offer him the extension. I said it at the time, in allowing him to go to Barcelona. There's a chance here if City want it, to take it and rectify that. Love to know your thoughts of it. I'd love to see it, but I don't think Manchester City will do it. Let me know, though, guys. Ilkay Gundogan, would you like him back at Manchester City? Should we be in for him going off this news? Let me know in the comments below. So there we go. That has been today's transfer update. Please do leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do subscribe if you're new around here. It is free to subscribe. I'm going to keep you up to date with my daily Manchester City transfer updates rolling throughout the whole summer transfer window. So do subscribe. I'll keep you up to date here on YouTube every single day with all the latest City transfer news. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I will see you guys later on today for my live watch along of Manchester City's first Premier League game of the season away at Chelsea, live at 4 p.m. BST. Links already out on my channel for you to go and set your reminders for. I will see you for that. Alternatively, for the next transfer video, religiously tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.